The pursuit of wealth is a universal human endeavor, an intrinsic drive across cultures and economies. Yet, its distribution remains remarkably uneven, a persistent reality defying simplistic explanations. Common wisdom often attributes financial success solely to tangible factors. Capital, market opportunity, or even sheer luck are frequently cited as primary drivers. These elements are undeniably important, shaping the landscape of financial possibility for many. However, such a view overlooks a more profound, less tangible force at play. This force, often underestimated, operates beneath the surface of financial transactions. It influences decisions long before capital is deployed or opportunities are recognized. It is the internal framework, the fundamental beliefs and attitudes an individual possesses. This often invisible factor, which we term mindset, plays a demonstrably crucial role in shaping financial destinies. It is less about what you have, and more about how you think. This exploration will delve into how these internal frameworks dictate financial outcomes. We will dissect the mechanisms through which beliefs and attitudes manifest in tangible financial results. The aim is to illuminate the profound connection between inner world and external wealth. A mindset refers to deeply ingrained thought patterns that govern our perceptions and decisions, particularly regarding finance. These patterns are not merely transient thoughts, but enduring cognitive structures. They act as the operating system for our financial lives. These foundational patterns are often formed during early developmental stages. Childhood experiences, direct observations, and explicit teachings leave lasting imprints. The formative years are critical in establishing these default financial settings. Influences extend significantly from the immediate family unit. Parental attitudes towards money, their spending habits, and their financial anxieties are absorbed. These early lessons, whether intentional or not, become part of a child's financial blueprint. Beyond the home, broader cultural narratives play a substantial role. Societal values regarding saving, spending, debt, and success permeate individual consciousness. These collective beliefs can either reinforce or challenge personal financial convictions. Personal experiences, both positive and negative, further refine these mindsets. A significant financial setback or an unexpected gain can dramatically shift one's perspective. These lived events add layers of complexity to pre-existing beliefs. Mindsets thus act as a silent, ever-present filter through which all financial information is processed. They shape an individual's perception of risk, influencing how they evaluate potential investments. They also dictate how opportunities are recognized or dismissed. Crucially, they define an individual's intrinsic relationship with money itself. This relationship, often subconscious, determines comfort levels with abundance or scarcity. It dictates the emotional responses to financial decisions, large and small. One prevalent financial outlook is the scarcity mindset. This perspective views money as a finite, limited resource, perpetually in danger of depletion. It fosters a constant underlying fear of not having enough. This mindset invariably leads to a heightened degree of risk aversion. Financial decisions become dominated by the preservation of existing assets rather than their growth. The focus shifts from creation to protection. Consequently, it often results in missed opportunities for advancement. Potential investments or ventures are scrutinized with an overly cautious lens. The perceived risks often outweigh the potential rewards, even when those rewards are significant. Furthermore, a scarcity mindset often translates into a reluctance to invest in oneself. Education, skill development, or professional coaching are seen as costs to be avoided. This inhibits personal and professional growth, which are often prerequisites for wealth creation. It also discourages investing in the future, particularly through diversified portfolios. The immediate need for financial security overshadows long-term strategic planning. This short-sightedness can severely impede wealth accumulation over time. In stark contrast stands the growth mindset, particularly in a financial context. This perspective emphasizes continuous learning, adaptation, and expansion. It views financial challenges as opportunities for development, not insurmountable obstacles. A growth mindset fosters a proactive approach to wealth creation. Individuals with this outlook are more inclined to seek out new income streams. They are also more likely to explore innovative investment strategies, embracing calculated risk. They view capital not merely as something to be hoarded, but as a tool for leverage and growth. This outlook encourages strategic deployment of resources to generate further returns. It is about actively cultivating financial abundance. This mindset actively promotes investing in skills and knowledge. Personal development is recognized as a direct contributor to increased earning potential. It understands that human capital is often the most valuable asset. Furthermore, it encourages resilience in the face of market fluctuations. Setbacks are perceived as learning experiences, not definitive failures. This allows for strategic adjustments rather than retreat during challenging periods. Ultimately, the choice between these two mindsets profoundly influences one's financial trajectory. One restricts potential, while the other systematically expands it. This internal orientation shapes the entire external financial journey. Limiting mindsets, while often unacknowledged, incur subtle yet cumulative costs. These are not direct expenses, but rather opportunity costs that erode potential wealth. Their impact is insidious, building up over decades. These costs primarily manifest as perpetually missed chances. Opportunities for investment, career advancement, or skill acquisition are simply overlooked. The internal filter of a limiting mindset screens them out before they can be fully considered. They also lead to significantly underutilized potential. Talents remain undeveloped, entrepreneurial ventures remain unpursued, and innovative ideas gather dust. The inherent capacity for growth is stifled by internal resistance. A pervasive consequence is the constant state of financial anxiety. The fear of scarcity, or the pressure of a fixed income, creates chronic stress. This anxiety can then lead to suboptimal decision-making, perpetuating the cycle. This persistent anxiety extends beyond specific financial events. It permeates daily life, affecting health, relationships, and overall well-being. The psychological burden is a significant, often unmeasured cost. In the long term, these invisible costs coalesce to hinder wealth building. The gradual erosion of opportunity and potential results in significantly lower asset accumulation. Financial independence becomes an elusive dream. They also impede the achievement of genuine financial security. Without proactive growth and strategic risk-taking, an individual remains vulnerable. The capacity to absorb financial shocks diminishes over time. The implications are clear. These internal frameworks dictate the very ceiling of one's financial aspirations. Without addressing them, external efforts can only yield limited results. The mindset acts as a governor on financial expansion. Financial journeys are inherently defined by a continuous series of trade-offs. Every decision to spend or save, to invest or consume, carries an implicit cost. Recognizing these trade-offs is fundamental to sound financial management. A mindset prioritizing immediate gratification typically leads to unsustainable spending patterns. Instant desires dictate financial choices, often without regard for future consequences. The urge for immediate pleasure supersedes long-term prudence. The short-term focus frequently results in the accumulation of consumer debt. Credit cards become tools for funding present desires at the expense of future financial health. The cycle of borrowing and repayment traps many. The inability to delay gratification is a significant impediment to wealth building. It prioritizes ephemeral pleasure over enduring financial security. This emotional bias can undermine the most diligent financial plans. Conversely, the ability to delay gratification is a cornerstone of financial success. It allows for the disciplined allocation of resources toward future goals. This deliberate deferment of present pleasure unlocks substantial future gains. This crucial attribute enables individuals to consistently invest in the future, whether it's retirement savings, educational funds, or business ventures. The long view prevails. This consistent commitment compounds over time. Investing in oneself through education or skill development is another key component. It represents a present sacrifice for a future return on human capital. This strategic foresight pays dividends far beyond initial costs. The decision to forego present consumption for future gain is a powerful differentiator. It distinguishes those who build sustainable wealth from those who remain financially stagnant. It is a testament to discipline and strategic thinking. This mindset understands that true financial freedom is not about instant access to luxury. It is about the deliberate cultivation of assets and opportunities over time. It recognizes the exponential power of compounding, both financially and personally. External factors, such as economic cycles and market fluctuations, are undeniable realities of the financial landscape. These forces are largely beyond individual control. Their impact can be significant and unpredictable. A resilient mindset, however, enables individuals to navigate these challenges with greater adaptability. It fosters a capacity to withstand economic shocks without succumbing to panic or paralysis. This mental fortitude is invaluable. This mindset promotes an active learning approach from setbacks. Instead of viewing market downturns as catastrophic failures, they are seen as opportunities. Lessons are extracted, and strategies are refined for future stability. It allows for effective and timely adjustment of financial strategies. During periods of economic contraction, plans can be reevaluated and recalibrated. This agility prevents stagnation and mitigates further losses. A resilient individual understands that adversity is an inherent part of any financial journey. They possess the mental toughness to persevere through turbulent times. This persistence is a critical determinant of long-term success. This adaptability extends to investment portfolios and career trajectories. It encourages diversification and continuous skill acquisition to remain relevant. It is about staying fluid in an ever-changing economic environment. Such a mindset does not ignore risks. Rather, it prepares for them. It incorporates contingency planning and builds robust financial buffers. This proactive approach minimizes the impact of unforeseen events. Ultimately, resilience transforms external pressures into opportunities for growth and refinement. It fosters a sense of agency, even in the face of uncontrollable forces. This internal strength is a powerful asset in wealth accumulation. The limitations of a fixed mindset are often entirely self-imposed. This perspective asserts that one's abilities and intelligence are static and unchangeable. It creates rigid boundaries for personal and financial growth. This belief that abilities are fixed naturally leads to a profound fear of failure. Any challenge that could reveal perceived inadequacies is avoided. Risk-taking is seen as an exposure of inherent limitations. Consequently, individuals with a fixed mindset develop a reluctance to take calculated risks. Opportunities requiring effort, learning, or potential missteps are sidestepped. The comfort of the known overrides the potential for growth. This avoidance of risk directly stifles innovation, both personal and professional. New approaches or unconventional strategies are dismissed. The emphasis remains on maintaining the status quo rather than embracing change. A fixed mindset, therefore, fundamentally prevents individuals from reaching their full financial potential. The ceiling of their achievement is set by their own limiting beliefs. It is a self-fulfilling prophecy of stagnation. It discourages learning new skills or adapting to evolving market conditions. The belief that one already possesses all necessary abilities closes the door to further development. This complacency can be financially devastating. The resistance to feedback is another hallmark, as criticism is taken as a personal indictment. This prevents necessary course corrections and skill improvements. It perpetuates a cycle of unaddressed deficiencies. In essence, a fixed mindset erects an invisible barrier to progress. It convinces individuals that their financial fate is predetermined and unalterable. This fatalism is a profound impediment to wealth accumulation. Surface-level assumptions frequently attribute wealth to external factors, such as sheer luck or inherited privilege. These simplistic explanations ignore the deeper, more complex drivers of financial success. They offer a convenient, yet misleading narrative. Indeed, inheritance or fortuitous circumstances can undoubtedly provide a significant head start. These factors undeniably shape the initial conditions of an individual's financial journey. Their influence cannot be entirely dismissed. However, Overemphasizing these external factors often overshadows the fundamental importance of mindset. It implies that success is largely beyond individual agency. This perception can disempower those without such advantages. The truth is, sustained wealth creation and preservation often rely heavily on internal frameworks. A robust mindset enables individuals to leverage opportunities, overcome setbacks, and make sound long-term decisions. It is the persistent internal engine. Even those who inherit wealth often struggle to maintain it without a suitable mindset. The absence of financial discipline or a growth orientation can rapidly deplete even substantial fortunes. Inherited wealth is not a guarantee of lasting prosperity. Cultivating a growth-oriented, resilient mindset is, therefore, an exceptionally powerful tool. It allows individuals to proactively shape their financial outcomes. It provides a foundational advantage, irrespective of starting conditions. This internal cultivation is more impactful than many external variables. It dictates how one reacts to market volatility, how one learns from failure, and how one adapts to new opportunities. It is the ultimate differentiator. It shifts the focus from what one has to what one does and thinks. This paradigm change is crucial for understanding true wealth creation. It emphasizes agency and responsibility over passive expectation. Those who believe in their capacity to learn, adapt, and persevere are consistently more likely to achieve financial success. This conviction forms the bedrock of their decision-making. It fuels their progress even through adversity. This belief system transcends specific skills or opportunities. It is a fundamental internal operating principle. It empowers individuals to consistently seek improvement and overcome challenges. Financial well-being, in its truest sense, is not merely about the accumulation of assets. It extends far beyond the balance sheet. It encompasses a holistic sense of security and freedom. Crucially, it is about cultivating an empowering mindset, one that embraces growth and resilience. This internal landscape dictates one's relationship with money, opportunity, and challenge. It is the unseen architect of financial destiny. Recognizing the importance of our internal landscape is paramount. Our beliefs and attitudes about money are not passive observations. They are active forces shaping every financial decision and outcome. Therefore, true financial mastery begins within. It requires introspection, self-awareness, and a willingness to challenge ingrained assumptions. It is a journey of continuous internal cultivation. This understanding shifts the conversation from merely external mechanics to internal dynamics. It highlights that the most potent tool for wealth creation resides within each individual. It is the mindset. Ultimately, financial well-being is not just a destination. It is a continuous process driven by a conscious, deliberate choice of mindset. This internal commitment is the ultimate foundation for enduring prosperity.